It's so hard being a software engineer at Sony, but at least we finally stopped those hackers on the PS Vita once and for all. What's good, YouTube? It's your host Margot the Samurai, the Shogun with the slogan, and you are now watching MVP Magazine. Now, ever since Sony decided to unceremoniously murder the Vita in Western territory, the PlayStation Vita community has had its fair share of innovations and innovators as far as hacking firmware, adding new features, and just general overall cool stuff to the PlayStation Vita. Now, PlayStation portable handhelds have been no stranger to the glories of hacking. And to be honest, with the PSP, it's one of the things that definitely held that unit back from being even greater than it was. So Sony decided to double down as far as the Vita was concerned. Hence those evil memory cards. But it would seem that not all superheroes in fact wear capes. Literally mere hours, not even a full day after Sony officially updated PlayStation Vita firmware, that an exploit was released and basically made that update redundant. And the community is having a ball right now, literally just laughing up the fact that they were able to exploit the Vita's system and hardware so quickly. Now there's definitely got to be some kind of backdoor exploit which allows this kind of thing to be possible. But I don't think there's ever been a breakthrough and a hack this quickly after, there's been an official software update. So this is really interesting. Now, personally, my whole stance on this, especially as a creative, is that obviously I'm not down with piracy, but after the way Sony has blatantly maligned and actually killed the Vita when it was a console with such great prospects and cool features and great games, I can't help but feeling that Sony deserves every piece of ish they get. Now, we know that the Vita is still thriving and there's been a big success in Japan and other Eastern countries. But what people don't really know is that the Vita still has a very strong cult following in the West. And there's a big market for people who still want to see new games. And this is where the whole aspect of piracy and hacking does hurt the Vita. But still, the machine was great and very ahead of its time, and it's just a shame to see Sony push it to the side as soon as the PlayStation 4 was successful. So yeah, let me know what you think about this whole exploit, hacking, firmware madness concerning the Vita. Leave a comment and a like and all that great stuff, and I'll holler at you soon. Peace.